everyone, in case you're meeting me for the first time, my name is T.IK and this is T.IK'S Football. So last night, the Champions League first leg of the round of 16 started and it had everything. It had goals and so many things to look up to. In my last video, I made the match analysis for the match between Galatasaray and Liverpool. So in case you have not yet watched that video, you can go and check it out, among the videos that I've made. But for this video, I'll be analyzing the remaining three fixtures that took place, starting with the one between Atalanta and Bayern Munich. So this match ended, with Bayern Munich absolutely destroying and humiliating Atalanta 6-1 in Italy at Atalanta's home stadium. You had the likes of Michael scoring 2 goals, providing an assist, 3 goal contributions for Michael and won the player of the match. And he was by far the best player in this game. And you see, there's one thing with this Bayern Munich team that I've noticed. This Bayern Munich team, they're a team that are used to scoring so many goals in a game. Beating a team 5-0, 6-0, 7-0, 8-0. It's like they do that for fun. And tonight, they showed it again that they can be ruthless, in attack. When they are really in the mood. And the fact that Vincent Kompany, after this game, came out and said that to have pity on Atalanta, he decided to just allow his team to score 6 goals, meaning that it could have been more than 6 goals. So it means that if they really wanted to give them a proper beat down, it would have been like 7-1 or 8-1 or even 9-1, because Bayern Munich was just ruthless in that attack. And the Atalanta, of course, it was a shambolic performance from them. Conceding 6 goals at your home stadium is always going to be embarrassing. But I mean, the fact that even if you watch that game very well, you will see that Atalanta, they did not show any fighting spirit, no passion, nothing. They were just too sluggish. Even when Bayern Munich players won the ball, they were not even trying to even press, to even try and win the ball back. And it's not, and that was not a good performance from Atalanta in whatsoever. And of course, it's going to be an impossible task now for the Italian side, to turn it around in the second leg. And by the way, let me also remind you that Atalanta are the only Italian side in this Champions League stage as it stands, because you have the likes of Juventus, Inter, Napoli, who are all out of the competition. So if Atalanta get knocked out, it means all Italian teams have been knocked out of the Champions League. And honestly, man, it was just a wonderful performance from Bayern Munich. And watching this Bayern Munich team, I mean, this Bayern Munich team, they are such a joy to watch. And tonight, I mean, they just had a show. And Olise, I mean, he really took center stage. And of course, he's going to be taking all the highlights because he was by far the best player in this game. So that's how it ends. Bayern Munich 6, Atalanta 1. And what a mesmerizing performance from Bayern Munich. It was also mesmerizing. Then we also move on to the game between Atletico Madrid and Tottenham. And honestly, to start by analyzing this game, I would like to start with everything that happened in those first 15 minutes. I mean, in my opinion, I feel like it's one of the most shameful, disgraceful, and embarrassing performances, from this Tottenham side. Imagine conceding 3 goals within just 15 minutes. And of course, we all know that their defense has been so poor. And even in that game against Atletico Madrid, their defense was in shambles. But of course, you also have to have pity for their goalkeeper Kinski. He was making his debut in that game. And I feel like it's one of the worst debuts that any player can ever have, and especially for a goalkeeper. Imagine making your debut, your first ever professional debut, and you're conceding 3 goals in 15 minutes on a Champions League night. And I feel like, honestly, you shouldn't have started this game, and you have to put all the blame on Igor Tudor. Like, honestly, it was just terrible. It was a terrible decision from the manager. Like, I don't know what he was thinking in his mind. Benching Vicario and starting Kinski, who has not been playing for Tottenham. And you saw what happened. Imagine if Kinski has still been playing in that match. I mean, it means that game could have ended like 8-2 for Atletico Madrid, because the mistakes were just left out right and center. And it's not like Atletico Madrid, came into this match and put on a stunning performance. It was just that, they were able to capitalize on Tottenham mistakes, and they were able to punish their mistakes, because Tottenham, they they were making so many mistakes. You saw the first goal when the goalkeeper was trying to make a pass, he slipped. Even the second goal, Van de Ven slipped. He tried to receive a pass from Sanchez. I mean, it was just terrible. It was a miserable performance. And Tottenham this season, they've been so miserable. And for me, I actually think that anything that makes Tottenham not to get relegated this season in the Premier League, it means it's the grace of God, because this season they have been so miserable, they have been so terrible. And honestly, that performance there, especially in that first 15 minutes, is absolutely unforgivable. And of course, the match ended with Julian Alvarez scoring 2 goals, and then the match ended 5-2. But man, what a game! But Tottenham this season, they have been so rubbish. And honestly, I feel like with each game passing, the situation surrounding Tottenham is getting even more critical, and it's beginning to be a cause for concern. So yeah, that's how the game ended. And of course, you also had Newcastle, face Barcelona at St. James Park. And honestly, I'm still in shock that this game ended in a draw, because honestly, I feel like Newcastle were by far the better team throughout these 90 minutes from start to finish. They were by far the better team, and for Barcelona to be able to snatch a draw after the terrible performance and the disgraceful performance that they displayed. I mean, they were so lucky. They were so lucky, because this should have been an easy win for Newcastle United. And even though the Newcastle were missing so many chances, because they had so many chances in this game. And don't forget, they also had a goal ruled out for offside, so it could have ended 2-1. If there was no offside in that Joelinton's goal that he scored, before Barnes now put them in front and the goal counted. I mean, Barcelona, if you really think that you can win the Champions League this season, then it means you're dreaming, because with the kind of performances that you're displaying. And I feel like, of course, I know that they beat Newcastle United, in the last time, they beat Newcastle United 2-1 at St. James Park. But tonight they were just horrible. And of course, even Lamine Yamal, Lewis Hall absolutely pocketed him. I feel like it was not a good performance from Lamine Yamal as well. It was a poor performance from him, and he was miserable. And the fact that he scored a penalty goal, and then he not celebrated the way he celebrated, he had no right to celebrate like that, because he did not perform well, and it was a poor performance. And I feel like now it's time to play for at Camp Nou. So let's see whether Newcastle United can really turn there, or Barcelona can complete a comeback somehow. But yeah, that's everything that happened. And honestly, I must say that the Champions League night last night, it was just so entertaining. And of course, I know we're also looking forward to the ones of today. But yeah, let me also know what you think in the comment section, and who you think will go through, who you think will get knocked out. And make sure to also like the video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, T.IK'S. In case you have not subscribed, you can click on that subscribe button. And I also want to appreciate those that subscribe. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for subscribing. And yeah, thanks so much for also watching this video. And I'll see you in my next video. Peace out.